Land is not regarded simply in terms of soils and surface topography, but encompasses such features as underlying superficial deposits, climate and water resources, and also the plant and animal communities which have developed as a result of the interaction of these physical conditions. The results of human activities, reflected by changes in vegetative cover or by structures, are also regarded as features of the land. Changing one of the factors, such as land use, has potential impacts on other factors such as flora and fauna, soils, surface water distribution, and climate. Changes in these factors can be readily explained by ecosystem dynamics and the importance of their relationships in planning and management of land resources has become increasingly evident. Land and land resources refer to a delineable area of the Earth's terrestrial surface, encompassing all attributes of the biosphere immediately above or below the surface, including those of the near-surface climate, the soil and terrain forms, the surface hydrology, including shallow lakes, rivers, marshes, and swamps, the near-surface sedimentary layers, and associated groundwater, and geohydrological reserve, the plant and animal populations, the human settlement pattern, and physical results of past and present human activity. Terracing, water storage or drainage structures, roads, buildings, etc. Land use is characterized by the arrangements, activities, and inputs by people to produce, change, or maintain a certain land cover type. It is defined in this way establishes a direct link between land cover and the actions of people in their environment. Learners, here are functions of land. The basic functions of land in supporting human and other terrestrial ecosystems can be summarized as follows. A store of wealth for individuals, groups, or a community. Production of food, fiber, fuel, or other biotic materials for human use. Provision of biological habitats for plants, animals, and microorganisms. Co-determinant in the global energy balance and the global hydrological cycle, which provides both a source and a sink for greenhouse gases. Another is regulation of the storage and flow of surface water and groundwater, storehouse or minerals and raw materials for human use, a buffer, filter, or modifier for chemical pollutants, provision of physical space of settlements, industry, and recreation, the storage and protection of evidence from the historical or prehistorical record. Another is enabling or hampering movement of animals, plants, and people between one area and another. Natural resources are resources that exist without any actions of humankind. This includes all valued characteristics such as commercial and industrial use, aesthetic value, scientific interest, and cultural value. On Earth, it includes sunlight, atmosphere, water, land, along with all vegetation and animal life. There are various methods of categorizing natural resources. These include the source of origin, stage of development, and by their renewability. These include biotic and abiotic resources. When we say biotic resources, these are obtained from the biosphere. From them, fossil fuels such as coal and petroleum are also included in this category because they are formed from decayed organic matter. On the other hand, abiotic resources are those that come from non-living, non-organic material. Examples of abiotic resources include land, fresh water, air, Considering their stage of development, natural resources may be referred to in the following ways. Potential resources are those that may be used in the future, for example, petroleum in sedimentary rocks. Actual resources, those resources that have been surveyed, quantified, and qualified, and are currently used in development such as wood processing and are typically dependent on technology. Reserve resources, the part of an actual resource that can be developed profitably in the future. Stock resources, those that have been surveyed but cannot be used due to lack of technology, for example, hydrogen. On the basis of recovery rate, natural resources can be categorized as follows: renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Extracting, processing, and using natural resources can cause environmental problems such as air, land, and water pollution, disruption or destruction of ecosystems, and a decrease in biodiversity. Natural resources used for first time are considered virgin resources, and their extraction, processing, and use require a great deal of energy and can create pollution. Resource recovery is a practice that conserves natural resources by extracting material such as paper, glass, aluminum, and steel from the waste stream and recycling it into other materials or using it to produce energy. More and more companies are developing new and innovative technologies that use recycled materials in the manufacturing of products. Many steel mills, for example, use a manufacturing process that uses virtually 100% recovered steel as the raw material. Here is another example. A company can create plastic from oil, a virgin natural resource, or it can use recovered plastic from recycling programs. If a company uses recovered plastic, it is recycling material that would otherwise become waste, helping prevent the depletion of natural resources, conserving energy, and preventing pollution that would have been created in the extraction and processing of oil from the ground. There are many ways each of us can conserve natural resources: reducing our consumption, that is, reducing that we buy, buying products with less packaging, reusing what we can, composting and recycling is one of the easiest ways. As human populations grow, demands on natural resources continue to intensify. Land use and environmental policy must keep pace with ever-changing science, economies, technologies, and resource conditions, with attention to climate change implications. Increasing complexities also creates new opportunities for multi-benefit and multi-interest solutions. Currents and West's respected role in the land use and natural resources sector has roots in decades of proven success in designing and conducting effective process for collaboration and public involvement.